It is a truth universally acknowledged that if you are a single woman with a face like a dog, you have got no chance. And quite right, too. This story, children, is about vanity. Once upon a time, there were two sisters. A beautiful one, Kate, and an unfortunate one. The unfortunate one was unfortunate because despite being virtuous, intelligent, witty, kind, patient, industrious and creative, she was very, very plain. Her name was Titty. Kate and Titty, Langtree, lived with their grandmother, Lily, who in times past had been a famous actress.
And this is me, dancing with the Prince of Wales. Oh, you...
Oh, Grandma, you were so beautiful.
Yes, I was. And so are you.
What about poor old Titty? Why is she so ugly?
Who can fathom the ways of the Lord, my dear? If some kind of misguided mercy prevented your dear father from drowning such a creature in a sack at birth, then we must shoulder that burden gracefully.
I'm sorry I'm so plain.
Ah, you poor thing. Those warts, the bushy eyebrows and fuzzy top lip. How will you ever find a husband?
Who says I want a husband?
Don't worry, Titty. At least you're not a ginger. For that we must be grateful.
Grandmother Lily worked hard on improving the girls' education. Kate would be no problem. She would do what all beautiful young women do, marry a rich banker. But with Titty, the situation was much more complicated.
Oh, I'm so bored. I just want to marry a really, really rich man. Oh, why can't I marry him now?
Look, Kate, E does equal MC squared.
Stop that, children. Time for your lessons.
Oh, goody. Is it hair teasing again?
Of course. And then 20 minutes nail polishing. They can be quite tricky without the correct tuition. Titty. Oh, Titty. How do you expect to catch a man if you carry on with all this learning? Be impossible enough for you anyway. Face like that. Now put that rubbish in the bin and come along. Come on.
Titty had fallen under the influence of education. She read books that convinced her that looks are not everything, that talent, hard work, and brains are the ingredients to get one on in life. Oh, the poor deluded child. But Kate, the pretty one, became more and more determined to find herself a suitable husband. Suitable in Kate's eyes, meaning, of course, comfortable. Money. Titty knew little of this until one day.
Oh, that can't be right.
I think you find that x is equal to 3 over cosine 8.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Mathematics is a kind of hobby of mine. You must be Titty. Kate told me about you, the clever one.
Oh, really?
I'm Mr. Darky, recently come to live in the area, get away from that stuffy banking practice in London. Kate was kind enough to show me round and said I could drop in any time. I was just passing and thought she might like some books. Novels, Russian ones mostly. Do you think she'd like them?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it was that likely.
Oh, Mr. Darky. What on earth are you doing here? We've just bought some soft soap. Would you like to see it?
Oh, delighted.
Imagine Titty's surprise. She had never imagined that her sister would have intentions on someone as plain as Mr. Darky. However, he was rich. Extremely rich. And with that notion fixed firmly in Kate's mind, Mr. Darky was soon a regular visitor.
But Miss Titty, for all Elizabeth Bennet's supposed wisdom and wilfulness, she simply holds out for the best marriage after all. Just to a richer, more handsome man than her foolish sisters, which makes her a hypocrite, rather defeating the object of the novel, surely.
Oh, Mr. Darky, we shall never agree.
Come along, Mr. Darky, put that silly book away.
It's time to go shopping. I want some shoes and a hat.
Oh, of course, my angel.
Oh, yes, Grandmother Lily knew. She saw the way Titty looked at Mr. Darky, but whatever she thought, she kept to herself. Until the day came when Kate approached her with some not entirely unexpected news.
Lovely. Now, what can I do for you, pretty Kate?
It's Mr. Darky. He is besotted with me. He's invited me to the Hunt Ball at the mansion next week.
The Hunt Ball, eh? You'll be the prettiest of them all.
I know, but the thing is, I'm going to be his wife. I'm going to get him to propose to me. Isn't it terrific?
Oh, yes, Kate. What joy.
Grandmother Lily was appalled at the suggested union. Yes, Mr. Darky was rich, but he was a drab-looking man. Lily had better, higher ambitions. With selective breeding, Lily imagined the next generation of Langtrees would be the master race. Mr. Darky was just not good-looking enough. What to do? What to do?
I've got some news for you. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but...
And she told the love-struck Titty her sister's intention concerning Mr. Darky. And happily, of course, she took it the wrong way.
She can't!
She can! But there is something I've never told you. It might help.
Nothing can help! He's gone!
Oh, Titty, pay attention! You know what this is?
This is face cream. What good is that to me?
It's no ordinary face cream. You see, what nobody ever told you is it's not you who are the odd one out in the family.
What do you mean?
Your mother wasn't born beautiful, nor any of your family. When I bore your mother, she was the most foul-looking, wretched, ugly creature that we'd ever laid eyes on. Till you, that is. Look. I was a famous actress. It simply wouldn't have been done to have been seen with a beast like that. So your grandfather and I hunted the world to try and find a remedy, some way of making the child look bearable. We succeeded. In China, your grandfather discovered this. Now don't ask me what it is or how it works. I was never intelligent and never wanted to be. It just works.
I'm sure I could analyse its chemical components.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Diddy, have I taught you nothing?
Right. So what does it do then?
It was as if the cream wiped away the deformity, just smoothed them gone.
If you were to use some of this last jar in the world, why, even someone as hideous as you might be able to attract a man. Or shall we say, one particular man? But a word of warning, Titty. This cream is so powerful it must be used sparingly, and only in an emergency, such as now. Remember, the tiniest amount. Now, what do you think we should do?
No. Thank you, Grandma Lily, but no.
What? What do you mean? Use the cream, you stupid girl. How else do you think you're going to get him back?
Get him back, I will, but I will use no tricks. Judgment should not be based on looks. They have their place, but there are other things in life. I will not use the magic cream. I must believe that wit, charm, intelligence and good manners will win through in the end. I will have Mr. Darky, but it is me he will want, not this facade. Looks aren't everything.
Someone just said how lovely my shoes looked. Me? I said. And then he said my eyes were... Oh, we must get back out and dance some more.
Just a moment, Miss Kate. I have something I must say to you.
But no one has mentioned my hair.
Please, Miss Kate. I have for some time found you a lively and attractive woman. I am not a handsome man like some, I accept that. But I think you'll find I have a sizable income and will, if I may, keep you living in a style you will not find disagreeable.
Mr. Darky, whatever do you mean?
Miss Kate, would you...
Stop, Mr. Darky, before you do something you regret. My sister is not for you. She bores you to tears. You have nothing in common. Eventually, you will come to hate her.
Did
I'm sorry, sister, but this is for your own good. Sir, look beyond this drab exterior and into the warm heart that beats only for you. Look into your own heart. Mr. Darky, will you marry me?
Titty, I mean, you're witty and funny and interesting and all that, and please don't think I don't know that Kate is a dull and vain simpleton. But, woman, you've got a moustache!
Please, I love you. Just dance with me.
I'd rather dance with a corpse. You look like a donkey. Get back to your stable. Christ, who let her out?
Oh dear. Now then, Mr. Darky, you were saying.
Titty.
It's true. It's all true. Looks are everything. They really are.
Of course they are, dear. And you're too ugly. Now, I've been in touch with a nice nunnery in Hampshire where you can hide yourself away from the sight of humanity for the rest of your lonely, miserable life.
No! No, I will have Mr. Darky. If it means beauty, then
Titty, whatever you mean.
where is it? Where?
I think white, don't you? Long but tight on the bust. And the headdress must be ornate, with lace flowers. Everybody must be invited. I'll get grandmother to design the invitations.
I'll be the most beautiful woman who ever lived.
Shut up, you brainless cow! Non-stop blah, blah, blah! You drive me mental!
Titty, you must be careful. It's the amount.
I'm going to be your bloody husband!
Yes, dear.
Oh, my God. She's dead. What does she see?
Titty.
The moral? Beauty may be only skin deep, but if you are ugly, then hide yourself. A thought for bedtime. Good night, children.